We're home. Art 101 with Mr. Burgher.
Well, hello scholars, welcome back. This is Art 101 with me, Mr. Burgher. I'm a professional artist and master educator attempting to bring the best in art historical content. You like it? Interact with it. Thank you.
I'm finishing my coffee.
Now today, what I'd like to get into is a little bit on graphic design, graphic designers, what they do, what they make, how they work. A very brief overview. This is not intended to be the end-all, be-all of what the job would entail, but a basic overview of the types of things that they might find, see, do, create in their line of work. So, let's get after that. One area of art that is very connected with technology, although its roots are not as intertwined with technological media, is graphic design. The term graphic design refers to the process of working with words and pictures to enhance visual communication. Much of graphic design involves designing material to be printed, including books, magazines, brochures, packages, posters, and imagery for electronic media. Such designs range in scale and complexity from a postage stamp to a billboard. This work is a creative process employing art and technology to communicate ideas. With the control of symbols, type, color, and illustration, the graphic designer produces visual compositions meant to attract, inform, and persuade a given audience. A great graphic designer can memorably arrange images and text for the benefit of both.
Focus on yourself, not on negative people trying to get in your life, tell you how to do things.
In an age when the image seems to be about everything, companies will spend money on graphic designs that will present the best identity for their company. A logo is an identifying mark or trademark based on letter forms combined with pictorial elements. Corporations will finally calibrate their logos to present a distinctive and memorable appearance for their company. An organization's logo may evolve over time, reflecting a different cultural climate, a different set of goals, or a new management. When the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or NASA, was founded in the late 1950s, the first NASA letterhead used a celestial globe with the Earth, the Moon, and a stylized arrow symbolizing spaceflight. In 1973, with space travel a little bit more commonplace, the logo was changed to the stylized red letters that we identify today. They purposefully chose to stylize the A to symbolize a rocket nose cone within the logo. In the early 1990s, in the aftermath of federal budget cuts and a demoralized environment caused by the explosion of the Space Shuttle Challenger, the logo was redesigned again. NASA decided to return to its vision of its original logo, which administrators thought would better exemplify the optimistic and exploratory mood of the administration.
What don't you understand about looking this way? It's not f***ing rocket science!
Letters, believe it or not, can be an art form. Typography is the art and technique of composing printed material from letters. These are often called typeface or fonts. Just a few decades ago, when people committed words to paper, their efforts were handwritten or typed, and nearly all typewriters had the exact same typeface. Today, anyone who uses a computer can select fonts and create documents that look professional, but computer programs like pencils or paintbrushes or cameras are simply tools. They can facilitate the artistic goals if the creator has artistic sensibilities. Artist Heidi Cody took a more iconic stance with her 2000 work, American Alphabet. She found all 26 letters from initials and corporate logos. An effective poster attracts attention and conveys a message quickly. The creativity of the poster designer is directed toward a specific purpose, which may be to advertise or persuade. The idea of the modern poster is more than 100 years old. In the 19th century, most posters were lithographs, and many artists made extra income by designing them. As we have discussed before, Henri Toulouse-Lautrec was one of the most important of these. Early posters were hand-drawn designs. Designers added color by printing them with multiple stones, one stone for each color.
Well, that's not the way I would have done it.
As we look at the printing process, we will slide in a little bit of a look at modern music packaging. Although most people are probably downloading or getting their music more instantly, album packaging is still a big part of our interactions with music. Now, musically, the Velvet Underground was way ahead of its time. This band was ranked by Rolling Stone as the number 19 100 greatest artists of all time. This album, their debut album, The Velvet Underground and Nico from 1966, was a commercial failure when it was released, and it has become one of the most influential rock albums in history and is placed at number 13 on the Rolling Stone magazine's 500 greatest albums of all time. Artistically, the band's short-term manager, Andy Warhol, designed the album cover. And in 2017, Billboard named this album the greatest album cover of all time.
Motherfucker, man!
On the original album cover, allowed fans to peel back the banana skin as a sticker. The unique effect was difficult for manufacturers to pull off, but the record label had approved it since Warhol's stamp of approval was bound to go far into the 60s. Alright, friends. I love that story. Thank you for going along the ride with me. Have a good one.
Enjoying my coffee.